I think after that video, it's really difficult to stand up here and talk about this, but let's do it. Hello, everyone. Unfortunately, as we grow up, we always think on working in the best company ever, maybe in the biggest company in Colombia or even the world. But have we sat down and think what we really want to do in our life? Where do we see ourselves in the future? What is the person I would like to become? Probably as we grow, we do that. But we don't have the skills to get there. And for sure, in my short experience, I know that the key to become what we want to become or to get where we see ourselves is to having a great boss. A boss is a person who encourages you. It's a person who can mold you up. It's a person who teaches you. And most of all, it's a person that inspires you. A boss is capable of looking, of course, your skills and make you the perfect product. That product that is capable of not just complying with the description of a specific job, but most of all, any of the jobs you wanted to get to. The difference between a boss and a leader, that is actually what we need to look for, a leader. The leader is someone who listens more. The leader is someone who is capable of giving you all the skills for you to amend all errors or to become a greater person or worker. In the contrary, a boss is someone who just thinking himself or herself. A person who just give directions. A person who see all your weakness and not your skills. And is not capable of making you a better person to get to the top of the mountain. It's worth to look for. We think that it's impossible to know who is going to be the boss or who is going to be our leader. I know. But in job interviews, they do not only have these spaces to let them know who we are, but those spaces are also for us to see with whom we're going to work with, to ask them questions, and to let us know how they are, how they work, what are their expectations about me. And I can tell with my short experience that as soon as I graduated from law school, I started looking for the job. And at first, I was actually willing to be in one of the top 3 law firms in Colombia. That was my dream. I was looking for that with all my heart, with everything. And when I started looking for my job, I found the best law firm for me. And it was not actually in the top 3 of the Colombian law firm. As soon as I get there, I start knowing the people, but I really appreciate and I really used my job interview to know who was the person I was going to work with. and who was going to be my leader. And as I started to work, every day passed by and I was happier and happier and happier and happier. And I started thinking like, for sure, this happiness, I can only get this happiness here in this law firm and not in the others that probably are the best in Colombia, but that wasn't what I was really looking for. And in here, I found a couple of people that every day just makes me feel that I can do everything that I proposed myself to. And that was exactly what I was looking for, even if I didn't know about it. And today, I want you to think not only what do you want, but to step out of the bubble and start thinking that it's not the title of a company. It's not the biggest company or the one that have thousands of employees. It's who you work with. Because last year in the United States, a research pointed out that 31% of the people that quit their jobs are actually because they don't like their bosses. They don't have a leader. Not because of their work, actually they love their work, but because of the leader they have. They didn't actually have a leader. And now, we are not conscious that our bosses, that I prefer to call them leaders, are actually the step or are actually what we need to our success, to our career success. It's not a title of a company. It's not to be in the best place, no. You may just work with one person, but that person may change everything in you, may change yourself, may encourage you, may feel that you can do whatever you think, whatever you dreamed, and will help you just walk step by step in a firm place. So that way you can do, you can be, you can get whatever you ever dreamed. It's not the company, it's the leader. So today, I want you to think, how would be for you the perfect leader? Or have you ever met him or her? Probably yes. Our first company is our home or family. Our second company will be school, college, university. And then, when we go out of the world, it's the more difficult. But we all can find it. The place where you are happy. The person that can mold you and teach you how to be brave, how to focus on your work, how to change you to that person who can just talk, write, research, and they can fit in any description, job description that made, not like the first one, but actually our first leader, our first boss, is the one who will impact for sure what we want or what we desire to do in the couple of years after. And that happens also to not only to us, the youngest, I'm sorry for the other ones, but to the young adults, because they're only thinking about, my company would have to be number one. Or they're just thinking that they need to gain more and more money, and that's not life. That does not bring happiness to us. And that thinking is the one that we want to change. Not only for us that are looking jobs and are looking where we want to grow, but the adults, actually the leaders and bosses that have their own companies. Because the company is not the name of it. It's actually he or she. So today I want you, and I invite you to start thinking of that person that probably will be the one that molds you, that inspires you to be a better person, to be a better worker, and to pursue whatever you would like or whatever you have dreamed. So don't be afraid and just go out of the bubble and start looking for that person. Start looking for those skills that you will love to hear, to learn, because you would be the student at work. For sure with more responsibilities, but you will always be the student. After a couple of years of working, you will become the boss. And actually, not a couple of years, months or weeks. I started working a little bit more than a year ago. And after 1 month, a paralegal assistant entered to the place I work. And he started working with me. And after a couple of days, he asked me if I was a senior. And I was like, no, I'm a paralegal assistant too. Because at that moment, I haven't graduated from law school. And he just said to me, thank you. I appreciate what you have learned, what you have taught me. And I was like, what? So without I having a company, without I thinking I was a leader or a boss, I was doing that work. So you are going to be not just the leader, but the student. So prepare yourself to die, and for that, never forget that the real goal is to find a good boss that actually is a good leader and not a good job. Because even good bosses can be in bad companies. So just try in your job interviews, as I said before, to look for that you will like to see in that person. And find the person who will teach you how to go out and just eat the entire world with whatever work you would do and you would like to do. But find the leader, not the job, not the company. For sure, it will be worth it. Thank you very much.